EastEnders drama heats up, Sonia's heart-wrenching decision. A new affair ignites, and Nicola's desperation deepens. 48 new spoiler pictures unveil next week's explosive twists. The residents of Walford are in for an emotional rollercoaster next week, as EastEnders delivers a slew of gripping storylines that promise to tug at heartstrings and spark fiery confrontations. From Sonia Fowler's soul-searching dilemma to a rekindled romance that could spell trouble, our exclusive set of 48 spoiler pictures offers a tantalizing glimpse into the chaos set to unfold on the square. Sonia Fowler faces a life-altering choice. At the center of the storm is Sonia Fowler, who remains haunted by the violent demise of her fiancé, Reece Colwell, a man revealed to be a killer before his untimely death. Still reeling from the loss of her ex-husband Martin Fowler, Sonia finds herself grappling with an agonizing decision that could either bring her closure or plunge her deeper into despair. Next week, our spoiler images capture her turmoil as she debates whether to attend Reece's funeral, a choice that stirs concern from her sister, Bianca Jackson. Bianca, ever the protective sibling, is quick to notice Sonia's wavering resolve. The two sisters, both scarred by Reece's manipulative and deadly schemes, share a series of raw, heartfelt conversations. These poignant moments, beautifully depicted in the new picture gallery, lay bare their shared pain and resilience. Will Sonia find the strength to confront her past and bid farewell to the man who betrayed her trust? Or will the weight of her grief keep her tethered to unanswered questions? The emotional stakes are sky high, and fans won't want to miss a second of this tender sibling dynamic. Kathy and Harvey's forbidden flame rekindles. Elsewhere, the sparks are flying, quite literally, between Kathy Cotton and Harvey Monroe, reigniting a chemistry that first flickered with a secret kiss last year. Harvey has been feeling increasingly sidelined by the Slater family and his partner, Jean. In the wake of Martin's death, seeking solace, he finds himself drawn back to Kathy, and the pair steal away for an intimate late-night picnic. The spoiler pictures tease a cozy, moonlit setting that quickly heats up as they share another passionate kiss. But this budding romance comes with a twist of irony. Kathy has been vocal in her disapproval of Cindy Beale's affair, yet now she stands on the precipice of her own illicit entanglement. Will guilt or desire win out as Kathy navigates this dangerous liaison? The chemistry between her and Harvey is undeniable, but the fallout could ripple across the square, threatening relationships and reputations alike. Nicola Mitchell's desperate power play. Meanwhile, Nicola Mitchell's world continues to crumble under the pressure of Zach Hudson's ultimatum regarding Barney's paternity. Backed into a corner, she's far from defeated. Our spoilers hint that Nicola still has a few cunning tricks up her sleeve, as she scrambles to maintain control over her family's secrets. The tension escalates, promising more jaw-dropping moments in her ongoing battle with Zach. Will her next move secure her silence? Or will it unravel everything she's fought to protect? The stakes couldn't be higher for this fiercely determined mother. A Walford event takes a disastrous turn. Adding to the chaos, the residents of Walford come together for an impromptu gathering at the club, an event meant to lift spirits in the wake of recent tragedies. But the mood sours quickly when an unnamed individual drops a colossal bombshell, shattering the fragile camaraderie. Our spoiler pictures capture the shock and fallout, leaving viewers to speculate about who's responsible and what devastating truth has been unleashed. With 48 stunning images to explore, next week's EastEnders episodes promise a whirlwind of heartbreak, temptation, and intrigue. From Sonia's soul-searching journey to Kathy's risky romance and Nicola's high-stakes scheming, the square is set to erupt with revelations that will keep fans talking. Two EastEnders favorites hit by wave of grief over Martin's death. Martin was killed in the aftermath of the Queen Vic explosion last month when a steel beam fell from the ceiling and trapped him, as he and ex-wife Stacey Slater confessed their love for one another. He later died with her by his side when the beam was lifted and toxins flooded his system. Stacey has been consumed by grief since his death, with her mum Jean Slater shutting out her partner Harvey Monroe as she tries to support her daughter. Harvey then didn't help matters when he had a blanket made out of an old football shirt of Martin's for baby Charlie, not realizing the family had planned to bury him in it. But in the latest episode of the BBC soap, Harvey's grief came out as anger when he finally snapped at Jean. "That's what you're all forgetting. I'm grieving too. Martin was my mate," he said. "That might not be as important as Stacy's grief. And it's not, but that doesn't mean I should be frozen out of everything." Jean could not believe what she was hearing, prompting Harvey to storm out of their conversation. And we already know that his isolation will drive him into the arms of Kathy Cotton next week. Meanwhile, recent events also started to hit another of Martin's ex-wives when Sonia Fowler opened up to sister Bianca Jackson. Having been wrapped up in the birth of daughter Julia, it was only after she brought the newborn home on Thursday that she started to feel the impact of her ex-husband's death. "It's just hit me, I'm never going to see him again and Julia's never going to meet him," she told Bianca through tears. "She's never going to meet him. But she's going to learn all about him. Because you're going to tell her how amazing her Uncle Martin was," Bianca said. There are set to be more emotional scenes in the coming weeks when Martin's loved ones gather for his funeral. Pictures from on-location filming have revealed many characters in tears as they bid their farewells, while fans also had their first look at the recast Vicky Fowler back in the show. EastEnders airs mysterious phone call for Sonia Fowler. Who's calling? Sonia and her sister Bianca Jackson have been having a hard time rebuilding their lives since the ordeal they both suffered at the hands of Reese Colwell, who died in the collapse of the pub. In tonight's episode, Bianca and Sonia's friends organized a party for baby Julia as she was being discharged from hospital. Everyone gathered at Sonia's to give Julia a proper welcome. The nurse finally relaxed, though she told Lauren Branning that celebrating without Martin felt wrong. Unfortunately, Bianca put her foot in it when she suggested that Julia looked more like Reese than Sonia. "When I first picked her up, I just thought she really looked like," she began as everyone stood in silence. "Finish what you were gonna say," Sonia said through her teeth. But an embarrassed Bianca took it back. "I actually wasn't going to say anything." The two sisters haven't been on the best of terms lately, with an argument breaking out when Bianca forgot to pick up Sonia from the hospital earlier in the week. The two women barely managed to patch things up when Bianca confided in Sonia about experiencing panic attacks after her kidnap. Later on, Sonia confronted Bianca for her comment about Julia's resemblance to Reese. "I just don't think before I speak," Bianca offered. Quizzed by Sonia as to whether the baby truly looked like Reese, Bianca hesitantly added that there's bound to be some resemblance to her father. Sonia grew frustrated, even more so when their heated exchange woke up baby Julia. When Bianca offered to help, Sonia told her to leave them alone. She then apologized to Bianca, admitting she felt sad thinking that her daughter would never meet Martin. Bianca comforted her sister, assuring her she's an amazing mum and that baby Julia will learn all about her uncle. As Bianca went to the shops, Sonia received a phone call that seemed to upset her. While the soap didn't reveal who was on the other end, there's a chance it may be linked to Reese's funeral.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoiler TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.